Hey, it's Lisa. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing a St. Patrick's Day set. Now, I don't want to do like, the typical rainbows or, leprechaun hat and stuff like that. I just want to do the colors that relate to St. Patrick's Day in a set that you can wear every day. So I took off my left set of nails and I already put on some tips and I prepped them and I filed them and I did all that off camera just to save some time in this video because I do feel like it's probably going to be long. I use gel, so I'm going to use gel, but I'm going to start off by doing a layer of clear, my IBD clear, because if I have that down and I ever want to change my design, all I have to do is file off my design until I hit the clear, and then I can stop right there and I won't keep damaging my nails. So I'm going to use my nail prep by Mia Secret. Now I'm just doing it on my natural nail. And then I'm going to do my primer, also by Mia Secret. I may do my thumb off camera, I'm not sure. Because, thumbs are always so awkward. So now I'm just going to jump right into doing my clear layer. So I'm going to be using an oval brush, a scoop. Well, right now I am just going to do at least my thumb in the clear. Okay, so you want to start by wiggling it off your brush. And you want to get up to the cuticle area as far as you can without actually touching it. You don't want that product to touch it because that will cause lifting. Okay, now I'm just going to drag it down my whole nail. You always want to do a slip layer because then your gel will float very nicely when you're up to the sculpting part. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up a bigger bead and I'm going to place that up over here. Now I'm not going to build my apex or anything, but I do want to do this clear, decent size because like I said, when I file it off, to change designs I do in the future, I want to hit this clear so I'm not doing too much damage to my real nails and keep having to file on my real nails. Let me just check this. Yeah, it's a little too thick down there. You don't want your free edge too thick. Well, I don't anyway. I don't like the look of a thick nail. But you need most of your structure up here on the natural nail bed, As you can see, I just did a thin layer. Now I'm going to give that a cure. I'm going to be curing this for the full 60 seconds. Moving on to the next nail. And then you want to drag it down. So you kind of want to pull back your nail folds like this to make sure you get the gel everywhere and not on your skin. And you kind of really want to push this into your natural nail bed to make sure it really sticks and you get no lifting. Now, typically people will do that with like a base or a rubber base, but I don't know. I never used one and things turn out fine. I cured all these for the 60 seconds with my gel cleanser. Wipe off that sticky layer. I just did really thin layer because this is not any structure or anything. I think I'm going to start off by doing an extended nail bed, and I did not have the right skin color that I wanted. I wanted a nude, so I just made this so it has lots of air bubbles. I'm going to try my best to work with this. And I know this is not the right container, but this is all I had. I used my pink fiber gel and added some nude gel polish. Mixed it all up, made myself a new color. I want to try to knock out some of these air bubbles as I go, so I'm not picking up any of that. All right, so I know I definitely want to do my ring finger and my middle finger with an extended nail bed. So let me just start with those two, and then I'll see what I decide after. So I'm going to do the same concept as what I did with the clear. I'm just going to do like the slip layer and kind of trace where I want that nail bed to be. When I pick up my big scoop to form it, hopefully it'll just stay where the slip layer is. I pick up a big scoop. Well, not too much, because I might have to do this in a few layers just to make sure that it stays put. Since I just made this gel, there is going to be some air bubbles, and I'm going to try my best to get those out as I'm doing this. I'm going to go in with a bigger scoop now. I'm really happy with this color I created here. It's much more like what I wanted. Push that up to your cuticle area. And I do want to make this high because I'm going to encapsulate. Just give that a cure. Okay, so this is something like how you want it to look, because you want to file around it and have a deep wall. So I'm going to reshape it. It doesn't look the best right now, but it will after that. It's a little bit of a process because I was working out the air bubbles as I was doing this, but it's all good. Again, just going to add this thin layer. So right now, I think I'm going to start at the edge. Now, I think on this finger, I want to do it all this nude color. I'm going to pick up a big scoop. And I want to build up that apex area. And you don't need to go all the way to the edges because it will float into there by the time you're done. I think I'm going to do like a little fade with this nude color I made here. And maybe leave it clear at the end. All right, let me get my small brush here. And I'm just going to like feather out this nude color. Okay, so I cured these for the full 60. Just going to wipe off that sticky layer. Now, like I said, please don't mind my work today. It's just really hard trying to get out the air bubbles and do a nice clean gel job. But I don't think I did too horrible for trying to get out air bubbles as I sculpt. Okay, so I'm back. I just off camera real quick just filled in this nail because I didn't want to do that thing, the fade after all. So now it's just time to shape up. So you just want to file along those side walls. I'm actually just going to use my e-file, make this a lot quicker. To make sure everything is nice and smooth. Okay, now I switch to my electric file for the rest of these nails. So I'm back. I finished filing off camera. I'm gonna look for my liner brushes, see which size I want. So I'm gonna get my palette here and give that a wiping from all the dust. I think I want to use this nice deep green color. I'm just gonna take my brush. I'm gonna get some of this polish on it, just so I can shape this. Okay, get it nice and thin. Get some more on your brush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna outline the smile lines on my nail beds. Okay. I want to make sure that is nice and dark. So I'm going to give that a quick flash cure. I'm going to come in with one more coat just to make sure it's nice and dark over here. Cure that quickly just for a couple of seconds one more time. Paint that whole nail with it. Yeah, this is more my style than the bright green and shamrocks and all that stuff. Cure that again. There's a lot of curing that's going to be going on. Sorry about that. Now I'm going to give this all a second coat. And I'm going to take my liner brush and I'm going to do the same thing on this nail. I'm just curing in between for like 10-15 seconds just so I can build up that color. All right, we're going to fill this in just like the other nail. So I pulled out a few things I want to work with. I want to work with these like glass shards. I have some gold pieces. Not sure what I'm going to choose from here. And then I have some flakes. Okay, so hopefully they should be sticky enough for this to stick to it. And it is. Add some over here. I do want to get some right up in that smile line. Just like so. Okay, you don't want to go too crazy with them. I'm just going to fill in some of the side. Now I think I'm going to go in with some gold. I think gold would look really pretty as well. I want to pick up little pieces of gold because I do want to add that in the smile line along with the green. Just going to take my silicone tool and I'm going to press it all down. I'm going to clean this off. because I don't want anything on my smile line. I want that to be nice and clean. All right, cool. Give that a flash cure. All right, moving on to the other finger. We're gonna add the green. Okay, we got some in the smile line. I'm moving on to the gold. Just placing it anywhere. I think it looks better like that when you don't think about it too hard. Okay. And then a little more in that smile line. I'm gonna take my silicone tool here, push it all down again. I'm gonna apply some base coat. Make sure you get the sides real well. Cap that free edge. So I do have these like pear-shaped stones in here. I just don't know if I have dark green. I hope I do, because I think that will look really, really pretty. Let me see, let me pour out some. Damn. No dark green. Okay. I'm gonna use these gold ones. You want to keep, you know, gold going on. Let me see, I'm not so sure. Do I want to add this oval? Kind of like how that looks. Okay, hold up. I know what to do. So I have this mold for when your metal pieces aren't the right shape. You just stick your piece in that mold. I'm going to put this piece on top and squish down. And then this will mold it to the shape it needs to be. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to add a bit more base gel. Let's see how these stones look. You find a big one to place in the middle. Okay, I'm going to cure that. I'm going to bend it in my mold. Squish it down. Make sure you get all the angles. Okay. Base coat again. Stick that on just like the other one. Okay, cure that real quick. Let me get another big one. And some big ones for down here. Some little ones for the sides. Okay. Let me move this all into place. Give that a cure. I'm going to give this a pretty thick base coat just to ensure that when I'm ready for encapsulation, I don't get any glitter in my clear gel. Or my IBD. Make sure nothing's where I don't want it to be. So I don't think I'm going to do a slip layer for this because I'm just going to let this gel just kind of sink its way into where I need it to be. Okay. So let's start this big blob here. Now on to the second. That's what that looks like. So this second one, we're going to do the same thing. A nice big bead of the clear. I'm not sure if I had that first encapsulation and frame. Because it's really hard to remember that when you're like doing something that you're trying to get right. But just in case, I'm definitely going to make sure this is in frame. Pick up another scoop for this side. Okay, and you just want to do this sweeping motion from side to side. Make sure it's all covered. Cure that for the full 60. That's what we got going on so far. Okay, so to my pointer and pinky finger, I want to do a French. So first I'm going to try it out with my stamper. So I'm going to go in on an angle so I can get a deep V. I'm pretty happy with how that line turned out, so I'm just going to flash cure that. Now I'm going to go back in with that longer liner brush just so I can get a little more straight of a line. I'm going to do the same stamping French on that pinky nail. Okay, you want to go sideways again. So you're going to come in on that angle and just go up the whole corner. Okay, I'm happy with how that turned out, so I'm just going to give it a top coat. I'm going to start shaping my ring and middle finger. I'm going to use my e-file for this. So now I'm going to file these two nails that I encapsulated with my sanding band. Okay, so now I'm just gonna buff over the whole nail once I finish the shaping. Okay, dust them off. Time for the top coat. That's when you can really see the encapsulation shining. I love how that turned out. Just gonna give them one final wipe, and then I'm gonna add some gems. So I think I'm gonna put green stones. And I have the bigger ones right here. Maybe gold. And then I might add some of these ones. So I'm just going to take some base coat, put it on my palette, and I'm going to use that to stick on my gems. I'm going to line the whole cuticle area with the base gel. Down the middle, definitely want to put something there. I'm going to start off with the big gem. I'm going to put some little ones. I think I'm going to rotate with the little green and the little gold. Let's push these all into place. One more little gold one. And now I'm going to go down the center. The same thing, alternating these. I think I want to add one of these shapes in the middle here. I don't like that gold on gold. I'm going to add another green one. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to give that a cure. Okay, now give those two a cure. Around the cuticle on this one, but not as much as I did on the middle finger. So I'm just going to add the big green one in the middle. And then I'm going to alternate the same as like the middle finger. I'm going to clean them off real quick. I already put a top coat. Now let's add some cuticle oil. Okay, so this is the finished look of my everyday St. Patrick's Day nails. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.